Hi, my name's Morgan. Thank you so much for coming to practice with me. We'll get started in a comfortable seat. Starting to tune into breath and slowing the exhalations down. And encourage every drop of air to exit the lungs. And start to anchor the sits bones down into the floor, the block, whatever you're sitting on, and feel how the crown of the head effortlessly rises to the sky. And how that expansion changes the quality of your breath. And then we'll refine the breath even more. You're going to inhale for a count of 4. Pause for 2, holding the lungs full, and then exhale to a count of 8, and then hold the lungs empty for 2. So I'll count you through the first round, and then you can keep going on your own count. So let's sync up with the breath, exhaling all the air out. And then inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 2, 1. And keep going on your own steady rhythmic pace of counting. Notice how, as you count the breath, that the thoughts quiet and your awareness focuses in on the present moment and on your breath. And you might still hear sounds or feel sensations, or even there might be a thought here or there, but notice how it's sort of in the background, like traffic on the street. We might notice it, or even clouds in the sky. We see the clouds or the traffic, and then kind of not even really paying attention, just coming back to or staying with that which was occupying our attention. Take one more round of breath like that. And then allowing the breath to return to its natural, slow, smooth rhythm in and out of the nostrils, we're going to begin to turn the head left and right. Noticing the sensations in the neck and just noticing if one side feels stickier than the other. And then come back to center. Interlace the fingers behind the head. And so you're going to keep the chin parallel to the ground, but try tilting the face towards the sky. But the hands prevent the turning of the face upwards, even a half a degree. And so your chin stayed level to the ground. And there's just a little bit of innervation or action on the back of the neck. And then release and look up and then down into the chest. And come back to center and then bring the right hand to the right side of the face, allowing the shoulder blade to drop down the back. And with minimal effort, try to turn the face to the right. The right hand is blocking any movement so that your nose stays perfectly centered over your sternum. And then release and look all the way to the right and the left, noticing if there's a difference, and come back to center and bring the left hand to the left side of the face. And so again, you're with the smallest amount of effort, like 10%. You're trying to turn the face to the left hand blocks the movement, and so your chin stays centered over your sternum. And release and looking left and right. Again, just comparing notes to a few moments before. And then you're coming back to center. And then we're going to roll over the shin bones and curl your toes under. And then rise to kneeling. And have 2 fist distance between the knees as the feet are slightly separated. And then reach forwards and send your tailbone down towards your knees, and then lean back just a few degrees, and then come back to vertical. And then lean back, just dabbling with a little bit of waking up of the quads, and then come back. Feel free to go further and further if you want, or not. Good, so just warming up. And the next time you lean back, we're going to hold. So choose your spot where you want to be. Breathe. One more big breath in. And then exhale, hinge at the hips to find a seat on your heels with the toes curled under. So broken toe pose. To make this less intense, you can lean forwards and you can walk the knees back so your heels are further back. To make it more intense, the heels go forwards and you'll stay more upright. And so closing the eyes and finding one exhale to a count of 8. And then after that, exhale, come forwards onto the flat feet, sitting on your heels. And as you breathe in, lift the chest, draw the shoulder blades together on the back body, and then exhale, rounding, sending your heart space back, chin drops. Inhale, opening the front body, maybe looking up. Exhale to open into the back body. Couple more. And then come back to center and find table. Good. So then reach the right arm forwards and the left leg back. Draw the low belly in and gaze down beneath your nose. Take another breath in. And then exhale, bring the elbow and the knee to touch. And then inhale to re-straighten. And so move this on your breath. Exhale to round the back of the heart up. Elbow and knee touch. And inhale to lengthen out. And this next time that you lengthen out, keep it, bend the left knee, reach back, see if you can find the top of the foot or your pants, and if neither, grab a strap and lasso that foot in. Heel comes to the sits bone, lift the knee, lift the bottom ribs, and then pull the left shoulder back, leveling the collarbones out. One more breath in. And then exhale, release the right hand down, bring the left knee in, step it between your thumbs, and then walk the right knee back. Inhale, broaden the heart forwards and widen the shoulders, and then exhale, shift back to half splits. We're going to stay here. Inhaling heart forwards, and then exhale, allow the head to bow, and using blocks under the hands to bring the floor to meet you if you like. In the half splits, I invite you to close your eyes, soften the jaw and tongue. And then inhale, rebend, left knee over the heel, keeping the right hand under the shoulder on blocker floor. Take the left palm to the thigh and roll the chest to the left. And you could stay or you could wrap the left arm behind the low back. Balance the weight out between the inner and outer arch of the front foot so that your knee is aligned over the heel and not falling out. Nice. Take another breath in. And then exhale, release the left hand down and we'll step, left hand down, step the left knee back next to the right. Good. So we're back to table. And so now I'll take the left arm forwards and that right leg back. And so hollowing the belly in and holding for a breath, anchoring through the index finger corner of your right hand. And on your exhale, elbow and knee touch. And then inhale to stretch back out. And so moving this on your breath. The gaze is locked on something that's not moving. And I think balance is easier if you keep staring at one spot the whole flow. And one more. And then when you stretch back out, stay, but bend the right knee and then reach back. Imagine your arm growing longer and grab a hold of the foot, your pants, or a strap to lasso that foot in. Heel comes to sits bone, and if you need to deepen this, the knee lifts higher and the bottom ribs pull in away from the floor. Finally, try to level out the collarbones, so dropping the left shoulder as you bring the right shoulder back. Breathing. Last breath in. And then exhale, release left hand down, step the right foot between the thumbs and walk the left knee back. So you're on fingertips, blocks, or flat palms on the floor. Breathe and draw the heart forwards and widen the shoulders. And then as you exhale, we're going to shift our way back to half splits and hang out here. So finding comfort by using blocks if you want. Maintaining a little soft bend in the right knee if you need. And then inhale, heart forwards. Imagine the tailbone lifting. And then allow the head to relax. And then on a breath in, walk the hands forwards as you rebend into the right knee and plant the left palm under the shoulder on block or floor. Take the right hand to the thigh and roll the chest to the right, staying there or allowing the right arm to drape behind the back body and finding that there's still weight in the big toe ball mount of your front foot, which will keep your right knee magnetically attracted to your chest. Roll the top shoulder and ribs back and just enjoy a couple breaths. And then release the right hand down and slide that right knee next to the left. Good. And we'll curl the toes under. Step the hands about a handprint forwards. The biceps roll forwards. And we'll lift the knees and the hips to find downward facing dog. And so they're pedaling the feet out or nodding the head no. And then yes, creating a little more relaxation in the neck. And so then on a breath in, reach the right leg to the sky. And exhale, shift forwards, knee to chest, land the foot between the thumbs. Pivot the back heel down. And windmill open, warrior two. So gazing down past your inner right knee, you can see the big toe and maybe even the second toe on the inside of that foot. And if not, now pour more weight in the pinky edge of that front foot. Good. So we'll just take another breath here. Hands to hips. Straighten the front leg as you pivot. The right toes in 90 degrees. So the pinky edges of the feet are parallel. Lift the chest, elbows squeeze together. And then leading with your heart, fold. Hands come under the shoulders, or they could start to walk themselves back between the feet. And then hands under shoulders. If they move somewhere else, lift halfway on an in-breath. And exhale, hands walk to frame the front foot, the right foot, as you pivot and step back, plank pose. The low belly's hollowing in as your heart's drawing forwards. Good. And then we're going to rock forwards and bend the elbows, lowering all the way down to the front body. Awesome. Interlace the fingers behind the sacrum. Roll the elbows to the sky. Reach the knuckles back, peeling the chest up. Now soften your glutes entirely. Roll the inner thighs to the sky, noticing how that created space in the low back. One more breath in. And then exhale, release. Hands under shoulders, shake the hips side to side. Finding a little fluidity in the low back. And then when you're ready, curl the toes under, hollow the belly away from the floor, and press your way to downward facing dog. And on a breath in, reach the left leg to the sky. And then exhale, knee to chest. Land your foot between the thumbs. Pivoting the back heel down, perpendicular. We'll kneel open, warrior two. And so as you gaze down past that inner left knee, move it over so that you can see your big toe, or maybe even the second toe. Good. And draw the low belly in and anchor the tailbone. Relax the shoulders, face, and jaw. And release hands to hips and straighten the front leg as you pivot. The left toes in, 90. Good. So we're set up. You might want to block for this next one. It's not required, but it could make it more comfortable. So you're set, if you're going to use a block, right in front of your belly button. Elbows squeeze together, lift the chest, and then hinging at the hips to fold. And you're going to take your right hand to the block or the floor right under the face. And then roll the left shoulder, ribs back, turning the chest to the left. Good. And slide the hand, that left hand, on the sacrum and press through the front foot to feel the hips level out. You'll feel that shift. Good. Take another breath. And then untwist, switch hands, bringing the other hand to the hip. Roll that elbow to the sky, turning the chest to the back of your mat. And then flattening that right palm on the sacrum. And now you're pressing through the back foot, and you're going to feel left hip lift. And inhale, untwist. Walk the hands to frame the left foot, and then step your way back, plank pose. And shift forwards, bend the elbows, lower all the way down. And stack your hands or forearms to rest the head. And then we're gonna bend both knees and walk the thigh bones back so that the fronts of the hips feel heavier on the floor. And then both feet are gonna sway right and left, kind of windshield wipering side to side. And balance out and come back to center and straighten the left leg out and let your right foot flap over the left leg. And now slide your right knee straight out from the hip and open the knee 90 degrees. So you can stay low in the super relaxing, subtle half frog, or prop yourself up to Sphinx to make this just slightly deeper. And if you're in Sphinx, the chin can draw back towards the front of the throat, and then you're bowing the chin as if you could set it between the collarbones, lifting the back of the neck, like a fancy carriage horse. And then bring the head upright and then slowly lower down and slide right leg next to the left. And then bend the left knee. The left foot flaps over the right leg and then it slides straight out from the left hip. So it's perpendicular to your spine and your left knee opens 90 degrees. So listening to the sacrum, sacroiliac joints, it stayed low, or you could prop yourself up to Sphinx. And if you're choosing Sphinx, pull the chin back and drop the chin to the center of the chest. And imagine a golden string lifting the center of the back of your neck up to the sky. And then lower down to the front body and slide the left leg next to the right. Good. So now, making sure you've got a block within reach, you're going to take one arm alongside your ear and roll over that side onto your back body. And so then you're going to take your block, that middle width between your knees. And so again, that exercise of complete relaxation of the glutes is going to come back here. And so you're going to squeeze the knees into your block, engaging the inner thighs, and close your eyes and start to visualize that both thigh bones are acting like a lever to open and widen the backs of your hips. And so the glutes relax, and the knees are squeezing into the block, and that squeezing into the block widens the back of the hips. So you could visualize almost like a triangle in the base, widening and widening and widening. And then relax that. So now you might have to sit up for a second and slide. You're going to take your block now the wide way between your feet. So you're laying out long, legs straight, almost like Shavasana with the block between the feet. And again, glutes relax, since you have to keep reminding them. You're going to squeeze the feet into the block strongly, and imagine now a very long triangle. So the feet being the apex, the top of the triangle, and imagining that your two pelvic halves widening apart so that base of the triangle is growing wider. And remind the glutes to relax as you keep squeezing into the block. And then relax. Good. And so maybe use your feet, that might be fun, and kick the block or pick it up with both feet and move it out of the way. And then we're going to take the right knee to the chest and interlace the fingers over the shin bone. And use your left hand and guide the right leg over to the left in a supine twist. And your block might be nice to prop up that left leg. And the arms can go out shape of a T, and you can roll your head any amount in the opposite direction of the legs. And then inhale, unwind out of the twist. If you used a block, move it over to the second side. And then you're going to bend the left knee into the chest. Breathing in your Ardha Apanasana. And then use your right hand to guide the left leg to the right, to the second side of our twist, propping the leg up if you need, closing the eyes. And inhale your way back to center. And then you can slide the legs out long into your Shavasana and close the eyes. Use each exhalation to deepen your relaxation as the body surrenders all of its weight into the support of the floor. And feel your skin relax. Imagining the skin almost like a tablecloth draped over all the muscles and bones. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gradually reawakening. And when you're ready, you can roll to one side and press your way into a comfortable seat. Joining the palms together in front of the heart and lifting the heart into the base of the thumbs. Thanking yourself for practicing today and finding one more thing that you appreciate. I'm grateful to have shared this time and practice with you all. My heart bows to yours. Namaste.